I left home with a heart full of pride, thinking that I could have it all and take the world in stride. I lived life with wild abandon and no regrets, but it wasn't long before my life was filled with regrets. I spent my days in pursuit of pleasure and of gain, and all I found was emptiness and an enormous amount of pain. I was lost in a world that didn't even care, feeling lonely and without anyone to share. Then I remembered what my father had to give, and I realized that I needed to go back and really live. So I took the road back home to my father's embrace, and I was met with love and forgiveness and a warm welcome place. For my father who loved me even when I was lost, he had been waiting for my return at any and all cost. He hugged me and kissed me, and he called me his son and showed me what it was like to be loved and not shunned. And I learned that no matter where I've been or what I've done, my Father's love will never change. It's always begun. For he's always there with open arms and a forgiving heart, and he's always pursuing me, even when we're worlds apart. I waited and watched with a heart full of love and care for my son who left home in search of something rare. Days turned into weeks and weeks into years. My love for him never diminished. It never disappeared. I watched from afar as he squandered all his wealth, and I ached inside knowing he was living life so reckless and stealth. But still I waited, and still I hoped that he would return and see the love that I'd always showered. Then one day I saw him in the distance far, making his way back with a broken spirit and a broken heart. And I ran to him. I didn't wait. I didn't stop. I hugged him tight and said, "Son, you're not lost. For I am your father and I love you no matter what you've done. And I've been waiting for you to welcome you back home. For I prepared a feast, a celebration for you and me, and I'm overjoyed that my son has returned to be with me." And so we rejoice and we celebrate this prodigal son, and I show him the depth of my love and what he means to me. There's nothing that can separate us, not time, not space, for my love for my son will never change. It's always in grace. I've always been here, working hard day by day, doing what's right and never straying away. I've never gone out, spent my inheritance. I've always been faithful to my family and my parents. Then my brother, he comes back one day with nothing left but his ragged clothes and his stories to say. And Father, he welcomed him with open arms. And I was left standing with questions and doubts and so many harms. I was angry. I was hurt. How could Father be so kind after all the mistakes my brother had left behind? I didn't understand the love that Father had shown, and I felt like my hard work was all for nothing, all alone. Then Father came to me and with love in his eyes, and he told me, "My son, you've always been by my side. I love you both the same. You're both my precious boys, and I'm so proud of you and all the joy you bring to my joys." And in that moment, I saw the love that Father had. The love that was always there no matter what was bad. And I realized that my brother's return was a cause for rejoice. And that the love of Father can heal even the deepest wounds in voice. So I went to that feast with a heart filled with grace. And I celebrated with my brother, and I saw a different place. A place of love. A place of forgiveness and a Father's embrace. And I learned that it's never, ever too late to find a different space.